try this again. We have to try this again. Can you hear me fine? All right. Let's do this because we just had a big lunch and you guys seem to be a little bit in la la land. So, this is going to be awkward. I know. It's okay. It's okay. But I need you to stand up for a second. Please. You don't have to do anything fancy. Trust me. But we do this a lot at Suncoast. Every time we have this type of presentations, we have our own entry song, like the baseball players, right? So I have an entry song. So now I'm gonna pretend that this is my first time on stage. They're gonna play my entry song, and you guys are gonna go with it. All right? You ready? All right. We have to clap it. Let's go. Hey, Macarena. All right. See? Hey, now we are awake. Thank you very much. You guys can sit down. And welcome to Pie in the Sky, Irrational Optimism and Data Modeling with full-blown chats over eyes 20. I'm sure that's what you guys are excited about, right? Maybe not. Because we're here to talk about brand partnerships and how do we make the most of it. Not only that, but an actual case study, something that happened to us at Suncoast, and that I would love to share with you guys today. And that actually started because we have this mantra of thinking like a brand and not like a bank. That's dangerous. Compliance hasn't seen this, so you guys know. So we're fine. So when we think about how we do things in the banking industry, let's say that is very boring, very by the book, very by the compliance rules, right? However, we are marketers, aren't we? We are the fun part of the financial services. I have this neighbor of mine that he works for the FBI, and he tells me, hey, Harrison, when I'm flying and someone asks me, what do you do for a living? I told him, I'm in sanitation. And then there's no conversation after that. Everyone just, okay, never mind. So I kind of do the same thing. So sometimes when someone approaches me and say, hey, what do you do for a living? Or what do you do? I have two answers. One is, I work in banking, and then cricket. Okay, bye-bye. But when I say, I'm in marketing. Okay, what do you do in marketing? You do this? You guys do social media? How about this? How about that? So we are the interesting part of the banking business, guys. So I'm excited to be here. And I'm about to share with you guys some exciting stuff. So why do we need to partner with brands in the first place? And vice versa. Why do they need to partner with us at the same time, right? It's not just us trying to find them, but how do they find value on the things that we do and the strength that we have? So comes to mind once again that we are like the perfect child. And I'm talking about the financial services industry in general. We are just like that kid, just playing with his little toys and behaving while mama compliance or CEO or the board is looking at us and saying, wow, marketing is playing nice. I love it. Life is beautiful. However, we have the most fun when we actually play with others and we play in the mat and we get dirty. That's the beauty of marketing. That's the beauty of being a brand. And that's what makes a brand different from a bank. The fact that some brands, they take risks. They like to get dirty. They like to experiment. They like to play with others, to see and try new things. We are a little bit more conservative, a little bit more well put, right? Just like the kid in the first slide. So there are some risks that sometimes you have to take when it comes to that, and some new ideas and some new ways of doing things that maybe we're not thinking of those as a bank, but if you put your brand hat, then you're gonna see those opportunities. So there's obviously a clear definition for brand partnerships and why they are important, right? And everything has to do with collaboration. And sometimes it's about how do I find the right partner to tell my story? How do I find the right partner to amplify my reach? And there's actually, speaking of brand, one interesting one that you guys probably might or might not agree with me, but look at this. Doritos and Taco Bell. Two different brands, right? Why would they partner? Why would they go through that? Any ideas? Right? Exactly. So, as you can tell, right, one of the strategies behind this is the fact that you want to amplify your reach. Taco Bell is saying, oh, wait, there's a bunch of Doritos lover that I want to reach. It's not like Taco Bell kind of create the same crunchy chips, right? They can probably do that themselves, but they needed a brand with recognition, a brand that people love, actually, and that will be probably take the venture to eat it. And they say, well, there we have it. We have the right partner here. So amplifying reach is one of the reasons why we should always partner with other brands. The other one is credibility. Actually, I went too far with that one. Let me go back. Perfect. So think about this particular one. There's not many brands out there bigger than Apple. Would you guys agree with me? And yet, Apple have to partner with Nike to promote the smartwatch and to make it cool for which segment? Those looking for sport-related or athletes or exercise experiences, right? And they know that Nike has those values. So even though I'm the biggest branch in the world, I still have to find other brands that can connect with others and give me the credibility that my watch is the best sport watch in the market because Nike said so, or because Nike is telling everybody that loves them that Apple is the right watch if you are exercising, riding bike, walking, running, you name it. So they needed that credibility, even though they're the biggest brand, one of the biggest brands ever. Creating unique experiences is the other reason why we partner with brands. No, I don't have anything against it, but here we go again. Right? I'm not sure that's a unique experience. It's very interesting, though. Right? Not much to say on that one, obviously. So it's clear to me that Taco Bell it's a partnership lover, right? It's like, okay, so I'm pretty sure that probably next month we'll have the Oreo taco. I don't know, right? Or trying to think some other crazy ones. So let's get to it. So the Tampa Bay Rays, which you guys probably know or might not know this, we're not in the playoffs. It's all right. So Suncoast Credit Union, we had a partnership with the Rays for a long, long time. And the extent of this partnership was mostly about our logo being on the stadium, us having the right to say, proud partner of the Tampa Bay Rays, or having, printed collaterals or some marketing materials with the Tampa Bay Rays logo because we have the right now to use it. And that was kind of the extent of it. But there was no true partnership. Even though we call it a partnership, it wasn't a true partnership, because when you have a partnership, you are collaborating. You are feeding off of each other's strength. You are truly making the most out of that relationship. So, we step back and say, all right, let's think about this once again. What can we do to actually leverage the partnership that we have with the Tampa Bay Rays? And then we created every hit is a win with Suncoast Credit Union. And that was the theme of our first of many different ways to leverage that relationship. So I'm going to take you through this specific activation within and what made it so special. So how does every hit as a win works? Every time the Tampa Bay player hits a base hit or home run, we will donate a certain amount of money, $80, $90. We tied it. Actually, the amount is tied to something that is meaningful. So this year, we were donating, because the season is over, $79. People are like, huh? $79? Why? Because we had, at that time, 79 branches. And that in itself was a topic of conversation, because people will be like, 79? What does that even mean? So created this interaction, asking us on social media, why 79 and not 80? Not what? So it was really cool to see that. And everyone would ask us, why 79? What's the meaning of 79? Well, because we have 79 branches. Oh, you guys have 79 branches? That's awesome. So, and then here's the kicker, and here's the beauty of it. We will select every month, up to 3 nonprofits would benefit from the wins. So if the Tampa Bay Rays have, 100 hits, we will donate that amount of money at the end of the month. We say, all right, we have $780 to donate this month. But then how do we distribute that money among the nonprofits? This is where it kicks in. We have fans, people in the community, voting for which nonprofit will take the money. Not only who will take the money, well, what percentage of the money? And that was based on the percentage of the voting. So if a Gift for Teaching receive 20% of the vote, they will get 20% of the monthly winnings. If Big Brothers Big Sisters will get 49%, they will get 49% of the winnings. So as you can see, each nonprofit wanted to have the largest percentage. And this is where things change for us, because, and I'm going to go into more details, for the vote to happen, they have to go to our suncoastcreditunion.com/race to vote for their favorite nonprofit. That means that now we're driving traffic to our website, right? We had a landing page that then keeps track of every single day of how many hits, and then it's changing the amount, right? The Rays had 10 hits last night, that changes to whatever the amount is the next day, and so on and so forth. So we have that dynamic. So first of all, you have people going to the landing page to find out, wait, how many hits did the Rays have yesterday? How much money did we raise? How much do we have? So there was a lot of excitement when it came to that approach. So borrowing a page from our Taco Bell friends, then let's unpack this approach. Because for us, it was about amplifying the message and maximizing the engagement. How do we make sure that the Suncoast Credit Union brand and name makes it beyond us just putting it right next to the race logo? How do we make sure that actually people engages with the brand in a meaningful way? And I brought this up earlier. So one of the commitments that the nonprofits has to make to participate on this program is that they have to amplify their message. Meaning, big brothers, big sisters, they have to create their own campaign to motivate supporters, the community, everybody else that they know to go and vote for them because they want 100% of the winnings. They want 90% of the winnings, right? And then you have Harbor House doing the same thing. So this nonprofit would use their own channels and even pay media to promote Every Hit Is a Win with Suncoast and go to the suncoast.com/race to vote for us, right? To vote for me as a nonprofit. So now we have 3 big organizations driving traffic, driving engagement, driving the goodwill that comes with knowing that, wait, this is actually fun. And this is coming from Suncoast. They're actually helping, my nonprofit to succeed. If I have to bank, all things being equal, who am I going to go with? Right? So now we're giving the community, we're giving people an actual reason to tilt the balance towards us when it comes to that. Because we are playing and we're making that connection with them without them knowing, right, that connection exists. So we had a big campaign actually, and we have every year we have big campaign and pushing for this. One of the things that we do is we have our own, what we call Spencer the Influencer. Spencer the Influencer is our own Jake from State Farm that we created. And Spencer sometimes is a baseball player, sometimes is a rock star, sometimes is a firefighter, sometimes is a dad, sometimes he could be many things, sometimes is a chef. So this is the personality that we use to promote some of our programs. But not only that, we then partner with some of the Tampa Bay players to actually support the cause. Which player is going to say, no, I don't want to support you to help the community, right? They all want to be involved and want to be seen as having a connection with the community in terms of being the good guy, right? Not only in the field, but off the field as well. So I'm going to share with you guys this TV spot that we did with Spencer and Randy Arozarena when Randy Arozarena was with the Tampa Bay Rays a few years back.
I'm Spencer, best rookie in baseball history. I hold the record for most home runs in a postseason, that's 11. And the only person with a cooler celebration than mine, that's Randy.
Te falta sabor novato, te falta flow.
He says I'm the best, just like Suncoast Credit Union. Because if you want to save more for what's next...
Suncoast un jonrón.
Any questions? So get influenced by us and become a Suncoast member today. Like this? ¿Cómo que tú lo haces? Huh? Hey.
There you have it. So we have branding around that, but we have a specific spot promoting the Every Hit Is a Win, which is I'm about to share with you guys now.
I'm Spencer. Welcome to the post-game show. This baseball season, Suncoast Credit Union is donating $90 to local nonprofits for every hit from the Tampa Bay Rays. Randy, you want to show us how you're getting ready for Every Hit Is a Win from Suncoast? Looks like Randy's ready. Visit suncoast.com/race to support your favorite nonprofit. Still counts.
So we have a full campaign. You guys can clap. It's all right. Don't be shy. Jason, are you awake? Jason, are you awake? Hit it.
Spencer here, reporting live from the
That's
Rays
okay.
Field this baseball season.
The Macarena, buddy, the Macarena. All right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right, Jason. That's all right. I'll get your money back later. So, as you guys can tell, right, we have a full campaign with this, and one of the things that we actually do is we partner with sport radio guys, and you know every city with a team has kind of the morning show. There's usually two guys or whatever going at it. So we have one of those obviously in Tampa. And throughout the season, we partner with them, and each one of them actually is pushing votes for one specific nonprofit. So you know, Peter is, hey, vote for my favorite nonprofit because you know they help the community or the kids or the children, and you know the other guys goes out and say, no, vote for Hank, vote for me because you know mine is better. So they have kind of that playfulness to it that is just go beyond us promoting the brand as we know in terms of being boring. Oh, bank with Suncoast Credit Union because this and that. We try to make it fun, and going back to my analogy with the two kids playing in the mud, that's what I mean. Let's have fun with the resources that we have that compliance will be more than happy to say yes to, right? All right. So this one, this is actually this year. We partnered with Junior Caminero, which is, if you know into baseball, you know who that is. But also, this is the version for this year, and this particular one, our Spencer the Influencer, he is sport reporter.
Spencer here, reporting live from the Rays Field this baseball season. Suncoast Credit Union is bringing back every hit as a win. Junior, did you know that Suncoast Credit Union donates $79 to local nonprofits for every Rays hit?
What? That's crazy! A batear se ha dicho para.
He's smashing it for a good cause. Watch this. Vote for your favorite nonprofit at suncoast.com/raise. That was a win.
So, and we do this every year. And obviously, there's TV behind it. There's billboards, social media. One of the things that we do is that we actually give each one of the nonprofits a marketing kit so that they don't have to create assets. They already have the branding with the baseball players or with Spencer or a combination. So, and they can add their own spin to it, right? But we kind of giving that marketing package that has social media, images, display ads, and posters, and all of that good stuff, so that they can just go and deploy those in their own channels, and it's fantastic. So, what do we see? First of all, what we see is the brand search lift year over year. During the baseball season, Suncoast Credit Union searches, right, goes up like crazy because, one, people are looking for what is this Suncoast. Like sometimes they don't remember the URL, and they say Suncoast and the Rays, or Suncoast Credit Union every head, or some form or the other, and we see that lift year over year. Our conversion rate goes up as well, especially those that visit the page. Remember, the baseball season is about 6 months or so. So we track those that visit the page, and that eventually makes it into our application process. And obviously, the brand sentiment, it goes a lot higher during that time as well. And we already have a great presence for that. This is another one, because I'm running out of time, but this is another activation that we have with the Rays that also we're like, okay, how can we do this one better? So Reading with the Rays, basically, we were just putting our logo right next to their beautiful Reading with the Rays, and that's it. And we were so happy for many, many years. Until once again, we step back and say, wait a minute, let's play nice here. how can we truly become partners in this? And what we did was, let's change things around here. So the way Reading with the Race works is that we ask kids to read, if they read 3 hours, they go to first base. If they read another 5 hours, they go to second base. And 7 hours, they go to third base, and then 9 hours, they go to home plate. Each one of those bases represents some sort of a reward that they get. And what we did this time around is that, and those rewards was like, a baseball or a bracelet with the Rays or water cups or things of that nature, right? Branded items with both logos. So one of the things that we added this year was, one, parents and the kids, they have to go to the Suncoast branches to get their rewards. Now we're driving traffic to the branches, right? Not only that, but when they visit the home plate, we give the child $24 for a youth account on the spot. So if you go and read your 9 hours and bring your signed card, then with a parent, they can open a youth savings account on the spot. And guess what? That's membership. That's a savings. That's a member that we'll have probably for life, because this is the first time I opened my account. It was a Suncoast because my parents took me there, right? That child is gonna tell to their kids. Therefore, let's go. So we change things around for that particular one as well. For that one, also we partnered with the players promoting the program itself. So I'm gonna share with you guys another TV spot, also promoting Reading with the Race.
Yo, Junior Caminero. Reading in the dugout, what's that, Goodnight Moon?
Yo, really makes me better.
I should read more often. Reading with the Rays is back and better than ever. Come to any participating libraries or any Suncoast Credit Union branch to pick up your Reading with the Rays Play Game card. Upon reaching home plate, your child will be eligible for a Suncoast Youth Savings Account with up to a $24 match deposit. Download your Reading with the Rays game card and program details at suncoast.com/read.
And that's how we transform that into a growth opportunity. Where's my Macarena, guys? Today, look at that. Is that it? That's not it. All right, so today we have over, and this is only some of the partnerships, we have over 10 partnerships around thinking like a brand and not like a bank. In each one of those, we go beyond the logo. There is a program, an activation, a cool something that allows us to show growth to the credit union and allow us to add a lot more value to the brand itself. For instance, with the Osceola Magic, which is the G League team for the NBA team, the Orlando Magic, we have Magic Buckets. Magic Buckets is that for every bucket, right, for every shot that they take is made, we donate $5. And we have kind of the same approach in the Orlando area. Now with the basketball team, replicating kind of the same approach with the Rays, but now in that specific market. And for some of the other ones, we have really cool stuff. So I'm going to go quick here. But at the end of the day, these are the two things that, if you take on home and want to implement, make sure that you have before you actually partner with someone. First one, be authentic. And make sure that engagement is authentic. And make sure that there's trust between you and the partner, you and the brand, because that's going to be reflected on the end product. And obviously, try to integrate online and offline. Not everything has to do one or the other. As you guys noted, right? Every hit is a win. It's more an online approach, while Reading with the Rays is in branch, is offline. To end this, I'm not going to go through this because you are really good readers, but I encourage each one of you to look beyond the logo and think like a brand, not like a band. And where's my Macarena again, please? Let's go, let's go. You know, all right. All right, thank you guys. I have 19 seconds for questions. Yes, sir.
More expensive deal with them
Yeah.
to do this.
Perfect. So that's a really good question, because one of the things that we negotiated was like, all right, we want to do this thing, right? And they said, well, that's going to cost you money. Okay. How much is it? Oh, it's going to be X amount. And what we told them is, okay, guess what? Let's remove the logo from this space, and we're going to then use that investment to create this program. So it was more of a swapping negotiation, so as opposed to let's add more to it, more money to it necessarily. It was like we see more value on doing this program than having our logo on your main entrance or by whatever restrooms you might have, right? So we took that approach with them. Yes, ma'am.
I love how many places that you have partnerships with. Did you hurt any feelings by going with the Rays for the extra special partnership?
Not really, no, because each one of those it's different, and obviously, you know, an MLB team is an MLB team. That's incomparable to the Tampa Bay Zoo. It's two separate audiences in a way. So no, there was no hard feelings. And we promote our partnership with each one of those logos that you guys see there, because baseball season is only whatever that, right, April through September. Well, the other partnerships then kicks in. Right now, we are promoting, what are we promoting? Mosi and Zoo Tampa. Mosi is a children's museum.
How did you make the determination which nonprofits you were going to go with?
That's really interesting. So the first year that we did this, we approached the nonprofits and say, hey, we're creating this program. Would you like to participate? No, not really. It's going to be too much work. So we had a really hard time convincing nonprofits to be part of this thing because they thought there was going to be a lot of work. And so anyways, at the end of the day, we picked the nonprofits, and some nonprofits said, yeah, we want to participate. So that was the first year, right? We went after them. The second year, because it was such a successful campaign, we then said, you want to participate? You have to apply. So we opened an application process, and this last year, we received over 150 applications. Nonprofits wanted to be part of this because it's out there in the community, and they see it. All right. No one is kicking me out, so we still have 55 more questions to go. All right, thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.